Hello and welcome to the show. Yesterday, Ronaldo dropped the bombshell that he plans to leave Man United this off-season. And frankly, I'm sad because I like the guy and he's a Man United legend. But don't worry, here are 5 players Man United could sign to replace Ronaldo this off-season. Let's go. Alright, so yesterday, Ronaldo dropped the bombshell that he wanted to leave Manchester United. And obviously, as he says here, he is not willing to wait around and play Europa League. He believes he has 3 or 4 more years left and he wants to win. So he is looking to go to a club that will assure him trophies. And while I understand that, I think he could have easily gone to Man City last year and won the trophies there, but he chose to come to United. Nevertheless, if he's gone, that's not a bad thing. We save about £550,000 of wage bill, so we can get many players that are of decent quality to replace him, because with the new system and with Ten Hag coming in, we are definitely going to be creating a lot of chances. We need somebody there that is going to finish off those chances, an agile number 9. Now, all that being said and done, let's move on to the main order of the day. Now, here are 5 players I think that if we sign now, they will come and replace Ronaldo and we would not miss a bit. First up, Victor Osimhen, the Nigerian nightmare. Now, Victor Osimhen is a ready-made replacement. I think we can sign him, put him in the first team squad, and we will actually play better. And he'll give us comfortably 20 goals a season. No doubt about it. Last season, he scored 14 league goals for Napoli, and the season before that, he scored 10, albeit injury play. But Victor Osimhen is a fighter. Victor Osimhen chases down every ball. He hassles the defenders. He runs to the near post. Victor Osimhen isn't concerned about playing ball to feet. He wants to be where the ball will be at. That's the thing I like about him. Our strikers now, or the people that play as strikers, that is Marshall or sometimes Rashford, are ball to feet players. They don't want to run onto the ball. They want to pass it because they want to dribble. Ronaldo is the only person in the team that has that striker instinct to get where the ball will be. But then Ronaldo is 37 and he wants to leave. So let's say Ronaldo goes, Osimhen comes in and becomes the only player in the squad that has a striker mentality. He does not want to play with the ball. He does not want to dribble the ball. He wants to finish the ball. And we've not had that in a long while. I believe Victor Osimhen is a ready-made replacement. He's going to cost about, let's say, £75 million for a 23-year-old natural goal scorer that will give you 7-8 good years. Is not bad money. I think that's a very good deal. Next up, we have one that might cause a little bit of controversy, but hear me out. He's a target man. He's 6'5". Sasha Kalajdzic. Maybe I'm not pronouncing the name well, pardon me. But Sasha Kalajdzic is a monster. He's that good. The only thing is that he's playing in the German league, and German tax, as people might put it, but Sasha Kalajdzic is good. Last season, he only scored 6 goals, but he made 15 appearances, and that was because he had some injury problems. And when he came back during the end of the season, he really turned it up for Stuttgart and is one of the main reasons why they survived and weren't relegated. But the season before that, he has 16 goals in 33 appearances. That's a healthy return for the striker, and he's just 24 years old. Now, Sasha Kalajdzic is valued at 25 million euro. Now, paying 30 or 35, we could land the guy. He's a target man. His link-up play is one of the best in the Bundesliga last season. He can't get on the end of crosses. We don't need somebody that is going to dribble, that is going to be a ball playing striker. No, we have Fernandes. Hopefully we'll get De Jong. We have Sancho, we have Rashford, we have Marshall. We need a number 9 that can convert those chances. We need a number 9 that's going to get 2 chances in a game and score 2, or 3 and score 2, or just 1 chance and score them. We need somebody that's lethal, and that is Sasha Kalajdzic. Personally, I would go for him because he comes without the media hype, no pressure, relatively cheap, and he could easily get us 20 to 25 goals next season. And the next player on the list is Alexander Isak. Alexander Isak is the real Sociedad striker. He's been there for 2 years, and he's another tall player that can easily get you 15 to 20 goals in a league season. The 2020-2021 season, he played 34 games and scored 17 goals. But last year, he didn't have such a good year, and because of that, his price has dropped. You can easily get him for 42. You can easily get him for 45 million euro. And considering what they are paying for strikers these days, that is good money. Now, Alexander Isak is much like Kalajdzic. The only difference is this: he's very good with his feet. He's a dribbler. His link-up play is good. He can move the ball. You give him the chance in the box, he scores. He's very good with his head, and that is something we've not had in a long while. All the strikers I'm going to call on this list are people that are very good with their feet and also aerially. Because when last did we have a striker that was good with his head? Ronaldo is the only one that scores headed goals, but he's leaving. So we need a striker that can come into the team and continue scoring headed goals, because that is one thing we've missed in recent years. So Alexander Isak is a good fit. He chases down the ball, he hassles defenders, he can play on the wings as well as at number 9 position, but that is his best role. I believe that under a manager that knows how to use and develop players, mind you, when Sebastian Haller was at West Ham, people called him a flop, a 40 million pound flop. But then he goes to Ajax and he becomes this 20-25 goal a season player, and because of that, he has earned a move to Dortmund. So I think Alexander Isak is just on the cusp of becoming a very good player. He has had 2 good senior seasons at Real Sociedad, and I think he's ready for the big step. Now, next is Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Dominic Calvert-Lewin has given Everton 2 previous seasons where he has scored 13 and 16 goals respectively, and that is a healthy return for a player plying his trade in Everton. So I think Dominic Calvert-Lewin is that player we want, that in the 6-yard box player that we want. The scrappy goals, the ball is in the 6-yard box, players are scrambling for it and he pokes it in. That is MO. And then scoring headers from corners, that is MO. And we've not had that in a while. We've not had players that score the scrappy goals. Martial wants the spectacular, and Rashford is nowhere to be seen. Hopefully that changes this season, but this is a guy that scores the scrappy goals, that has the fight in him. Another thing I like about him is this: Pickford sends the long cross, and who is there? Calvert-Lewin dominating the centre back and laying it off to Richarlison or to another player, and he did it against Man Utd countless times on Maguire and on Varane. He did it countless times. So I believe that is an area of our game that we can look to add to. And Sebastian Haller does the same thing for Ajax under Ten Hag. Now, if he comes in, this could be a great asset. The next person on this list is Jonathan David. Jonathan David plays for Lille in the League One. 2020-21 season, they were League One champions, and he scored 13 goals. This past season, he scored 15 goals and he played all the matches. That's 8 matches, 15 goals. So what does that tell you? He's fit. He doesn't get injured easily, and he scores goals. Jonathan David is a pressing forward. He hassles the opposition, and if you notice, there's a trend with all the players that have been suggested. I don't want soft players. We have Martial for that. We don't want players that are going to shy away from entering the tackle with the centre back. We want players that are going to engage the centre back and get the better of them. So Jonathan David does that very well. He's agile. Jonathan David is not short either. He's 6'1". I can find him on the left wing, on the right wing, or up top. And then he knows how to get on the end of crosses. He knows where the ball is going to be. He has that striker instinct. I believe Jonathan David is going to be another player we have, or we could take a look at. He's expensive though. He's going to cost about 50 to 16 million pounds, but I think that he at 22 years is going to give you 7-8 years at the top with 20 goals a season, and that is a great deal. So there you go, 5 players I believe Man United should look at if Ronaldo walks out of the door this summer. Are there players you think I'm missing? Is there anyone that should be on the list but is not? Let me know what you think. Leave a comment down in the comment section. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next one. Have a nice day. Bye.